Hi, I'm Jennifer from Adult Services at the Worcester branch of the Wayne County Public Library. When you look into how to make your kitchen zero waste, one of the top tips you find is replacing plastic wrap with beeswax wraps to cover bowls and food. If you look in stores or online, you'll find that beeswax wraps can be a little pricey depending on size. But if you have a stash of cotton at home, or you want to just buy a yard of fabric, you can make several of them for yourself. Most instructions I've seen for making beeswax wraps involve using your oven to melt the wax. But today I'm going to show you how you can do it with just your iron and some parchment paper. So here are the basic things you will need. You'll want your iron and ironing board, of course. You want 2 sheets of parchment paper that are larger than the fabric you're using. You want your cotton fabric already cut out into squares. This one is about 9 inches by 9 inches. You can make them whatever size you want, depending on what size bowl or items you want to cover. You'll want beeswax pellets. These are white, which are good if you're using colored fabric. You can also just use the plain natural yellow beeswax. And jojoba oil. First, lay 1 sheet of parchment paper down on your ironing board. As you can see, I'm just kind of making a makeshift ironing board because I don't have one here at the library. Then you want to add your fabric and just smooth it out nice and neat. And then we're going to sprinkle some of the beeswax pellets on. Now, I have learned already that you can use too much. So that's all I'm going to put on for the moment. And then I'm going to add just a few drops of the jojoba oil. And I will cover it with the other piece of parchment. I have my iron set on low, and I'm just going to start pressing down and holding it and working my way all around the square to melt the wax and get a nice even coating. I'll start with pressing just to get the wax started, but then I'll go back over it and try and smooth it out. Now it looks like I have some areas that need a little more wax. So I'll just go back around. And again, don't use too much. And then just give everything one last smoothing from the center out to the edges to make sure you've got the edges covered as well. Okay, so when you're done, you're going to peel back the top layer of parchment very carefully. Now, I probably could have used just a little more here out at the sides, but the sides aren't really where you need the wax the most. You'll need it more in the middle and working your way out to the edge. You can just leave it on the parchment until it cools and dries, or you can very carefully peel it up. And you'll find there's some wax on the back side too, and that's okay. And then just lay it somewhere so it'll finish drying and hardening up. So that's all there is to making a beeswax wrap. And that's all it takes. You can cut your fabric to different sizes, so think about what size bowls or items you might want to cover. You can fold the wraps to store them, and when you're ready to use them, the warmth from your hands will warm the wax and help you mold your wrap over whatever it is you want to cover. To wash these, make sure you use either cool or cold soapy water. The warm or hot water will start to melt the wax and peel it away from the fabric, so it's not going to be as useful if you do that. Let the wraps air dry before you fold them up and put them away. I hope you'll give this project a try and see if it helps you reduce some waste in your kitchen. Have fun, stay safe, and thanks for watching.